People will come to us with a confused mindset. Many people might be angry with what I am going to tell right now.
A proper mentor, which is very important in today's world.
Stress is good for life.
Some other advice to the students of senior secondary especially.
Stork overall should be remembered for
Hello everyone, welcome to our first school podcast. I am Shavik and I'm going to be your host today. Now this podcast is going to be a little different from your usual podcast. It's going to be a little fun. We'll get some stories and most importantly, we'll get some valuable insights from the people who make Skillstock what it is. And for our very first podcast, I'm super excited to have our senior secondary coordinator, Mr. Ratnadeep Acharya.
Nice.
Hello sir.
Hello, hi. I'm fine. How are you, Shavik?
I'm good sir. So before we start something very serious,
Right.
let's have some fun questions.
Yes.
If you weren't be a teacher, what career would you have picked?
Well, if not in teaching, then I would have surely taken, being a scientist as my career and my religion, because I was always into breaking things and making things up. So in my childhood, I was always scolded left, right and center because I used to take my toys, take out the motors and put it in some other toys. So I would have surely been an experimental scientist. Well, not a scientist though, but now I can make some scientists from the school to take the profession.
So as we are having podcast, do you listen to podcast?
Yes, I do listen to podcasts.
Who's your favorite one?
Well, during my college days, my favorite one was Dana White. Well, he used to get all the, superstars to his podcast. And after that, right now, recently in India, we have one of the, fantastic persons who do podcasts, Shamani. He is one of my favorite as of now.
Right. So what's one challenge you think the senior secondary students face most today? Let's compare to maybe 10 years ago.
Well, the major challenge is going to be the information burden. The overload of information that the children have in today's generation. And it is always going to get exponential as we go ahead. Is that the amount of choices or the plethora of options that they have, it becomes very difficult for anybody to understand what is right or what is wrong for me. And until and unless I am able to do that decision, I cannot move ahead. I think too many options is the major bottleneck in deciding what they really want. Because when I sit for counseling or when I talk to a grade 10 child coming to grade 11th and 12th, the main question is, I have 7-8 careers that I want to do. And my subject options are 5 or 6. And with 5 or 6 subject options, having a dream of 7-8 careers, it is something that's not possible.
Correct.
And this is going to get worse with time. And navigating this is something that as a school, we need to be very strong in the profiling that, what is right or what is the best choice for you. So this is the major challenge for senior secondary and for all the teenage children. Too many options.
So do you think that proper guided informations or someone, a proper mentor, which is very important in today's world?
Right. Mentorship is very important, and that is also, and to make it in a very structured manner, that is also the reason why the school opened University and Career Counseling Department. Because before we opened our high school or we went ahead with the senior secondary program, one thing was evident that people will come to us with a confused mindset. How to break it into small chunks and give them the right roadmap. If you want to really make it possible, we need the career counseling department. And such department should be, a habit for all the other schools. It should be something that is not out of the blue. Rather, it should be something that is common for every school. Not only Skillstock, maybe any XYZ school. Because then only students will get some guidance. Because direction is something that they don't have and we need to give it to them.
Okay, perfect. So when we talk about the career counseling department, can you talk something about our Skillstock's career counseling department?
Absolutely. So our career counseling department has 3 pillars. Number 1 will be the psychometric and the aptitude tests. Second will be the one-on-one counseling, and the third will be college profiling and internships, if you place it this way. So the first part about psychometric and aptitude test is that every child from grade 9 till grade 12, they all sit for their aptitude test. So for grade 9, we have the personality test. For grade 10, we have the stream selection test. And for grade 11th and 12th is the career interest test. So it's again divided into different categories. So they write this test to give us an overview about what the child is, how the child is, and what are the strengths and weaknesses, the SWOT analysis, and what type of intelligence overall the child has. Is it something kinesthetic? Is it something audiovisual, or is it something that is hands-on, experimental? So this is a very important data set that we take. And then with this data set, we next go for the face-to-face counseling. This is done with children, with the students, then the parent individually, then the student-parent put together. Because everyone have their own ways of taking the child ahead. Every parent think in a certain way, and every student may align, may not align, or may be completely opposite of what their parents are thinking. So all the parties need to be in one page. Then only a student will be supported.
Okay.
And there will be some supporting mechanism for them. And the second pillar is to get everyone at one pace, at one stage. And then the third pillar will be our college profiling, where after all this information, we do the college listing. 10 to 12 colleges are decided for every child. Well, it may be same, it may be different, depending on what are the strengths and weaknesses. And to get all these things done, the profile building comes up, where internship opportunities are provided, be it online, be it offline, be it paid, unpaid. And a culmination of all this from grade 9 to grade 12 is our university and career counseling department.
If we have to give some other advice to the students of senior secondary especially, who all are in right now, who are in too much pressure, studies, exams, everything. So what that advice would be?
First of all, many people might be angry with what I am going to tell right now.
Wow.
Pressure and stress is good for life. It tells us that you value something. Right. If you don't have pressure, or if you don't have stress, and if you're not stressed or worried about anything, or anything that you like, that means you don't value it. That's the bottom line. And if you are having that pressure, I think our children are not taught to embrace difficulties, because obstacles will always be there. Nothing is bed of roses. You need to learn to handle and channelize your pressure through proper planning and time management. And that is where parents don't invest time in. Parents always invest time in complaining that why there is pressure. It is going to be so. It's bound to be. In 2 years, you have to culminate so many things at one shot. It's not easy. It's tough. That's why you are a high schooler. You're not a middle schooler anymore, right? So you embrace it, you work forward, and yes, time management, if you're able to do that, well, every pressure will turn into an opportunity. And as the saying goes, coal becomes diamond only under immense pressure and temperature. So if you want to become a diamond, you need to embrace it. There is no shortcut to it.
Perfect. So if your students had to describe you in 3 words, what that would be?
So the 3 things that my students would tell about me is, yes, I'm strict with them. And on the contrary, they will also tell that I'm friendly, because when it's required, I'm always there beside them as a supporting figure. And yes, I'm approachable for whatever problems. It may be school, it may be personal. I'm always there for them.
And finally, what's the one thing you would like this generation of the students to remember about Skillstock's life in their future to come?
Well, see, as I handle 11th and 12th, in taking that in context or perspective into account, I think Skillstock overall should be remembered for the freedom of opportunities that it has provided to all the students. And going down the line, our children, our parents should remember the institution as the one-stop destination where you thrive for the things that you really want to become. The amount of opportunities that you get on your plate to showcase, it may be anything. It may be academics, it may be co-curricular, it may be sports, it may be singing, writing, speaking, whatever it may be. We should be known as the institution that provided them all the opportunities. And the opportunities were tailor-made just for you.
So thank you for such a refreshing conversation and sharing a lot of valuable information about the students' lives, about what they need to do in the future. I hope our viewers have taken lots of note from this podcast. And to all our listeners, I hope you all enjoyed. So I just want you to remember that school life is not just about being strict, but it's also about the experience, about the life which you lead, which you'll always remember over the years to come. So this is Shavik signing off from the First School Podcast, Chalk Duster and
Untold Stories.
Until next time, take care. Thank you so much.